is a bystander claim? In the state of Texas, there's a general rule. You can't recover for negligently inflicted emotional distress unless you are actually physically harmed by somebody in addition to suffering the emotional distress. One exception to that rule is the bystander rule. If somebody who is in your family, who you are close to, suffers a serious debilitating injury or death, and you are in close enough proximity to observe it happen, to see it, and you endure emotional trauma as a result of observing this injury to somebody within your family, then you can make a claim for emotional distress that accompanies that incident that happened. You can make a claim against the negligent party for inflicting that emotional distress upon you. Now, for policy limits determinations, though, a bystander claim is what's called a derivative claim. And what that means is your claim is derivative of the individual who was physically injured or harmed or killed as a result of the incident. And therefore, whatever the policy limits are that apply to that individual, you are within that same limits of coverage. So in other words, if he shows he had millions of dollars in damage and the policy limits were only $30,000, then he can recover that $30,000. And you're not going to be able to go recover anything because he's already gotten the full $30,000 policy limit. There's not a separate one for you. You are only allowed to recover under his policy or her policy based upon the injuries suffered by the individual.